It's time to figure out how many books I have on my physical TBR. I do this video every single year. It's 100% inspired by Becca and the Books, who's done it for as long as I can remember. We are going to go through shelf by shelf and count every book I haven't read that I own. I'm aiming for 100. I would always like my TBR to be, I think, around 100, but we'll see. I don't know what it's going to be at. I don't think it'll be like crazy. For something in my brain wants to say like 94. But what do you think the number is down below? I've been a lot better about not buying random books. Honestly, I'm kind of just not buying books until after I've read them currently. So a lot of these are pretty old on my TBR, or like I'm extra excited about them, which is what I want. So let me know the number that you're predicting. I'll be intrigued if anyone gets it right. And then as always with this video, I would love for you to comment down below anything you'd like to see me read. I potentially throughout the year will come back to this video and randomize the comments. So you can leave me individual comments. You can spam away down below. You can literally put one book, hit enter, write another book in another comment, hit enter 10 times, whatever. Or if you'd like to leave me a little bit of decision making, a little bit of control, you can leave me like a couple books in one comment. It does not matter. But comment down below everything you'd like to see me read, and maybe that'll help me make decisions in the future. Sometimes it's even nice just to be like, wow, a lot of people want to see me read this, and so maybe I should read it. Like if I see the same book like popping up often in comments. I don't think I need more than an intro than that, so let's get right on into it. This video is always a lot of work, and I don't even own that many books. So I feel for the people who own a lot more than I own. We're gonna go start with fantasy and make our way all the way around. Starting off strong with The Strength of the Few by James Islington, Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Mohanty, The Girl in the Moon and the Book That Broke the World by Mark Lawrence, Rune and Wrath by John Gwynne, A Time of Dread, A Time of Blood, A Time of Courage by John Gwynne, The Darkness Before Them by Matthew Ward, The Pariah and the Martyr by Anthony Ryan, Words of Radiance and Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson, Blood of Dragons and Fool's Assassin by Robin Hobb, Ship of Smoke and Steel, City of Stone and Silence, Siege of Rage and Ruin by Django Wexler, Queen of Shadows and Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas, The Ending Fire by Sarah L. Arifi, Worthy of Fate by A.N. Caudle, House of Gilded Nightmares by Aurora Gray, Savage Blooms by S.T. Gibson, Fairytale by Veronica Lancette, To Bleed a Kingdom by Ella Dawes, Trial by Frost by Evelyn Rivers, Crescent Kingdom by Tessa Hale, Neverkeep and Echo Fort by Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti, or the Twisted Sisters, Savage Fae by the Twisted Sisters, Cursed Fates and Fated Throne by the Twisted Sisters, Griever's Blood and Blacklight Burn by Alexander Darwin, The Obelisk Gate and the Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, We Ride the Storm by Devin Madsen, The Third Crossing by Karim Solomon, The Golden Enclaves by Naomi Novik, Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli, Fearless by Lauren Roberts, Dragon's Kiss by E.A. Winters, A Promise of Fire by Amanda Bouchette, Conform by Ariel Sullivan, We Who Will Die by Stacia Stark, The Heresy Within by Rob J. Hayes, The Return of the Knights, The Fall of the Giants, The Rise of the West by Gregory Contaxis, Of Thieves and Shadows by B.S.H. Garcia, The Bladed Faith by David Douglas, The Storm Beneath the World by Michael R. Fletcher, The Warrior's Path by Karim Solomon, The Pale Blade by Alec Hudson, The Devils by Joe Abercrombie, All That We See or Seem by Ken Liu, Metallic Realms by Lincoln Mitchell, The Bone Raiders by Jackson Ford, The Blood Price, Blood Union Part 1, Blood Union Part 2 by Villa Roth, House of Earth and Blood, House of Sky and Breath, and House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas, Soul Searching by Lila Sage, Tame the Heart by Ava Hunter, Fragile Sanctuary by Kathleen Cowles, Finley Donovan is Killing It by Elle Cosimano, King of Wraith by Anna Wong, A Trial of Sorcerers by Elise Kova, Speak of the Demon by Stacia Stark, A Game of Veils, Shattered Vow, Monstrous Power, Royal Mate, Secrets of Winter by Eva Chase, Soul Cage by Eller Schultz, No Heart for a Thief by James Lloyd Doolin, A Grace of Kings by Ken Liu, Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames, The Stone Knife by Anna Stevens, The Raven Tower by Anne Leckie, A Shadow in the Summer by Daniel Abraham, Seeds of War by Joao F. Silva, Scorpica by G. R. McAllister, The Thousand Names by Django Wexler, Flames of Mira by Clay Harmon, Cold from the North by D.W. Ross, The Obsidian Tower by Melissa Caruso, Daughter of the Empire by Raymond E. Feist and Jenny Wirtz. A Kingdom of Shadow and Ash by J.F. Johns. Kissed by the Gods by Katie Rogan. Of Flames and Fallacies by Courtney Wims. Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. Tempest of Wrath and Vengeance. Dawn of Chaos and Fury by Melissa K. Roick. Shades of Power by Jenny Grimes. Falling into the Forbidden, and a Polycon exclusive short story collection. The Timeless Trials, A.C. Guess. The Hunter's Gambit by C.L. Perlow. The Oseas Chronicles by Ivy Asher. Sanctuary of the Shadow by Aurora Asher. Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kemmerer. Beneath Black Sails by Claire Sager. The Haunting of Blackwood House, Parasite, Small Horrors by Darcy Coates. 10 by Gretchen McNeil. A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. The Loop by Jeremy Robert Johnson. The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. The Marriage Act by John Mars. The Return by Rachel Harrison. Goblin by Josh Mallerman. The Vacation and The Minders by John Mars. Confessions by Kane Minato. The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. Overgrowth by Mira Grant. Slewfoot by Brahm. Heads Will Roll by Josh Winning. You Weren't Meant to Be Human by Joseph Andrew White. Last to Leave the Room by Caitlin Starling. An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. And The House of Quiet by Kirsten White. I believe that is everything, unless a book slipped by. That is my entire physical TBR going into 2026. So as I said, let me know down below what you would like me to read. There are definitely a few that I forgot were on my TBR, and definitely a few that I'm so excited to get to sooner rather than later. So I'm excited to see what you guys want me to get to. Feel free to also put like the why you want me to get to it if that's something that interests you. Like if you're like, I think you'll love this, or if you're like, unsure if you'll like this, but like it's a wild card, or you just think I'm gonna hate it and I should get it off my shelves, like let me know that as well. I think that's a lot of fun. Definitely a few that I was like, oh, I forgot I owned this though. Which is why I have to do this every year to remind myself, because I don't want those books to sit on my shelves forever. I really would like to make progress in some of the ones that have been sitting here for a long time, like those TBR vets, but also they're TBR vets for a reason. So then the mood reader in me gets very, very, very terrified. If you're interested in knowing what I plan on reading in 2026, I'll leave my series priorities on the screen for you to check out, as well as my de-influence my TBR video, because that has a lot of potential for some books I'm thinking about adding to my physical TBR. And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and you'd just like to leave me an emoji to say you were here, leave me a quiet emoji. Interpret that however you would like. Something that is quiet, you know? And have yourselves an absolutely remarkable day.